welcome back to my kitchen. I hope you're well. Today we're in the kitchen because we're going to be doing some recipes. I wanted to do my favourite pre and post workout snacks because you guys seem to really want to know what I like to eat before and after I train. So without further ado, let's crack on. I have 5 recipes to show you today, but we are starting with a pre-workout snack. This is a little bit lighter. As you can see, you're going to need banana, Greek yogurt, honey, porridge oats, and a bowl to put them in. So you're going to start off by just using a small pot of total Greek yogurt. I like this one because it's high in protein and it's really convenient. You could buy this on the way to work. Stir it all up, and then you're going to add in your chopped banana. Like I said, this is a really convenient and simple snack to make. You could definitely make this at work or pre-prepare it to take to work. It's really easy, and it's something to have when you don't want a really filling breakfast. So I've added my oats and drizzle of honey. I'm going to add some blueberries as well for a bit of colour and a little extra bit of sweetness. And voila, your banana, berry and Greek yogurt bowl is ready and raring to go. Now we move on to a savoury option. This is also a veggie option. It's simply Ryvita with cottage cheese, salsa and cucumber. So easy to make. So you've got your cottage cheese, salsa, Ryvita and seasonings of choice. I like to also add some cucumber for some extra crunch. So all you've got to do is just slice up your cucumber in preparation to add as a topping. Now we move on to the assembling process, because we're just assembling here, we're not really cooking. But you're just going to add 2 large teaspoons of cottage cheese. Then we're going to layer it up with some salsa as well on top for a little bit of extra taste and to bring in the Mexican vibe. Then you're going to add in those cucumbers that you chopped up earlier, nice and simple. Look, I try and choose one that's the right size to fit on my Ryvita. And last but not least, finish off with some seasoning. I love garlic, salt and black pepper at the moment. That makes it just taste so good. And look at that, in less than 5 minutes you have a great pre-workout snack that's really high in protein and carbs that's going to get you fueled up for a great workout. The third meal we are making today is turkey fajita spiced stir fry with Lima coriander rice. So you're going to use some Lima coriander rice, I love this Tilda one, sweet corn, you're going to need a red onion, peppers, courgettes, fajita spices, tomato puree, and I'm using turkey breast today, but you could use chicken, it's totally up to you. Now we're going to start by dicing our onion and prepping all our veggies. So we've got half a red onion here. You could use a whole red onion, but I only used half because Jack doesn't like a red onion that much. Then I'm dicing up a courgette. And if you're watching me prep these veggies and thinking, Tally, I want to find the full recipes for this video isn't enough, there will be full recipes in the description box with proper ingredients lists and methods. So go and click on that and find them for yourselves to have a look at. So now you've chopped up all your veggies, you're going to add it to the pan. You will probably notice that all of these recipes are low in fat, high in protein and carbohydrates. And one of my tips for reducing the amount of fat in your cooking is to dry fry your food by using water to lightly steam and cook veggies and meat. And it means it doesn't stick to the pan and you don't need to use oil. So here I've just added some boiling water while I cook off the veggies and the meat. I added in my fajita spices, I'm adding in my tomato puree, I'm stirring it all up so it gets a nice thick sauce for your turkey fajita stir fry meat. I'm adding in sweet corn because I just love it at the moment. It's so good in these like Mexican style dishes. I really love it. There you can see it's all bubbling away. And now I cheat and I do use Tilda rice. This isn't an advert, by the way, I just genuinely do love this one, and lime and coriander is my favourite. This is the finished product, perfect to eat straight away, put it in a Tupperware and eat the next day at work or have as your evening meal. For our 4th recipe, we are going to be making my favourite post-workout breakfast, chocolate Zoats. You will need oats, peanut flour, chocolate protein, almond milk, water, cocoa powder, stevia drops, and the magic ingredient, courgette. Now, you'll notice I'm using weighing scales because I like particular ratios for my Zoats recipe. I need about 60 grams of oats to begin with. I just use Tesco's oats or whatever supermarket I go to. I'm adding in a teaspoon of peanut flour, a teaspoon of cocoa powder, and I just mix all those dry ingredients together. I then grate my chunk of courgette using the fine part of the grater. As you can see, it's going in there. Once that's all grated in, you're going to stir it all up, so you combine the courgette into the oats as much as you can. It's kind of tricky, but you just work with it. Then I'm going to add about 200 millilitres of water. I often eyeball this, but today I decided to do it a little bit more exact for you guys, so you got the correct ratios. But you want it to be quite watery, you want the liquid to be quite watery, and as you can see, I needed to add a little bit more to this particular mix. Then you pop it in the microwave for about 2 minutes, but do keep an eye on it. And once it's done, you're going to take it out, stir it up. Now it should be quite cooked, and I like this quite stodgy. It's really stodgy here. So then this is when the almond milk comes into play. So I add the almond milk not only to improve the texture, but also to cool it down, so when you get to eating it, it's at a nice temperature. So keep stirring that in till it's all combined. Then you add your scoop of chocolate protein powder. Now gradually, gently add this in to the mix. I tried to do this with my left hand, so here we go with the right hand. A lot better job there. Now I'm adding in chocolate stevia drops. These are totally optional, but I like it for the extra chocolatey taste. And as you can see, I've added some raspberries on top for some extra bit of colour and flavour. And oh my goodness, this was delicious. And for my fifth and final recipe today, I'm going to be showing you my favourite summer smoothie, a super thick chocolate and banana protein shake. So you're going to need some frozen banana, almond milk, chocolate protein, cocoa powder and stevia drops. Start by adding the frozen banana into your NutriBullet cup or your blender cup. I use about 120 grams, which works out to be 1 frozen banana. I then add about 5 large ice cubes, a scoop of protein, and then I'm going to add in the cocoa powder for extra chocolatiness and the chocolate stevia once again to make it super chocolatey. Adding in about 180 millilitres of almond milk. Try not to go much more than that. You want it to be super thick and almost like a McDonald's milkshake. That's the best thing I can compare this to. Shake it all up in your NutriBullet and then blend it. Now this is it at the beginning. Then it should go super thick like this, and you, like I said, you get this really gorgeous thick milkshake texture, and it is so good and so refreshing.
I hope you enjoyed the recipes. The super thick protein shake was my favourite. And it's a super hot day in London today, so I'm so glad for this. It's perfect, cooling, refreshing, and it's going to keep me going because I've got to head back to work now for some personal training clients. So thank you guys for watching. Have a great week. Enjoy making the recipes, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye!